Darren McCarty and Neal Ruhl can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Raised a good one there, Doc. Raised a good one there.
That's a winner.
Should be proud.
Our first
Get
child.
the rest of them, that's it. Get the rest of them like that, you'll be fine. The last thing there's bumps in the road. There's bumps in the road.
It might have been half fake.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the
Let's
Woodward.
go.
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. D-Mac, Darren McCarty here in the house. D-Mac playing the role of cameraman yesterday.
Dude, I was overworked, underpaid, but I guess for the situation. But right there, how many times? That's the only place, Woodward Sports, with thank you very much, 100,000 subscribers now, that you can get the 6 Russian Dougie Brownoff right there. That's who. That's whose voice you heard. And I said to him, I said, you raised a good one there. And as you all know, we all know, and if you didn't know, that how close an integral part Doug Brown was to Sergei Fedorov as a friend and mentor and stuff like that. So that's why we were getting a little laugh there. Dougie's got 4 other kids that are doing very well, by the way, but that's his oldest. So that's great. Great job, Trav, capturing that, boys. But what a night, Neal. What a night.
Oh, it was absolutely incredible. Spencer Raxter in the building, by the way. He's got the Wings hat on. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
The 0-2 Stanley Cup champs.
Ready to go. Locked in. Red Wings won again. And me and Justin talked about it in the postgame. It's like, you needed to win that one. You had to win that one.
Yeah.
And we're going to break down the game. We're going to talk about that. You talk about legends showing up for legends. Obviously, the most legendary player in that game, Patrick Kane, when he was out there in the overtime, he went for the goal, he went for the win, didn't get it. He was busting his ass back down the ice to go play D. I haven't seen him skate like that in years.
Spenny, I'm sitting beside Chad Smith, shout out Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Shout out.
Chris Chelios and Jeremy Roenick of Chicago Blackhawks lore, and he was in the building, and he's a great friend of ours. And JR looks to us, and he goes, well, Patty's done now. He put everything on that back check. So even the OGs were like, man, he gave everything he got. He spent, that's what he said, get off the ice, kid, you're done.
Yeah, he busted his ass, and you had to, Sergei, and that's what I brought up. Could you imagine Sergei Fedorov in a 3-on-3 overtime setting? Like what that would look like?
Could you imagine?
I never even thought about that.
Just go back to your 90s Sega guys and go 3-on-3. Bure, Forsberg, Sakic, all these guys be sick.
KG was really good.
The people. Happy 100K day to everybody.
Absolutely.
We absolutely appreciate it.
No doubt. And to echo D-Mac's sentiments, like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I got to come clean on it. Like when I signed on here at Woodward, never in a million years would I have thought that this would have turned into this. Never in a million, even with me here.
Wait. Put it in perspective. Were we winning the cup? Right. Where did you have more faith in? Us winning the cup back in the 90s or 100,000 for Woodward?
You guys winning the cup of the 90s. I didn't even think it was going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. Put it in perspective.
Yeah. Labartney in the super chat. Shout out to 100K. Yes, absolutely. Cody Harper in the super chat. Let's just cut the ish, okay? Fellas, congrats on 100K. This is the best sports show in Detroit. The chat and myself just want to thank you guys very much. Much love. Well, I appreciate that, man. And AC 1058, 100K, and we ain't bots. And that's the thing. Like it's not on. Like none of it is bullshit.
It's not fabricated.
Yeah, like the social media followers, and we're pushing what, 500,000 social media followers on all platforms.
Yep.
Like, it is unbelievable. Somebody likes it. Like, somebody likes it.
And you don't just do this shit overnight. A lot
No.
of hard work, a lot of dedication.
Every
But
day, man.
We work around some great people around this place, and I'm absolutely blessed to be in y'all company. So.
Detroit Dabber 313. Well, now I want to know what you did expect, Neal. Dabber, I'll tell you this. Like, and right above your message in the chat, Chuck Brewer says, Neal, for comparison, the flagship has 54,000 subs with a 20-year head start. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you start getting into the numbers, that's what blows me away. Look at the head start that everybody had in the social media era. Look at, like, guys, I looked into this, by the way, because like I saw that and like did some cross comparisons, like WFAN in New York, The Score in Chicago, like the iconic sports talk outlets. We're above all of them.
Yeah.
Like all of them. And that's insane to me because it's real.
We
It's 'cause
beat
of
them
you
to the
guys.
punch.
Yep.
It's because of you guys. Keep bringing it every day. So, and to your point, all the hard work behind the scenes, you know, like not the guy, people in front of the microphone, but behind the scenes, like yourself, like
those guys
KG and
built this,
Spenny,
yeah.
Travis, you know, all
Ryan
Justin, Lance.
Yeah, Ryan Lentz, like for real, he's been here a long time. Travis
Lance is the OG, and he probably looks the youngest.
Spenny assumed some of that duty, and you'll notice an uptick on it.
Yep.
If you can pretty much, if you track it, you can pretty much point to when Travis got here and when Spenny and Easy started messing with some of the social stuff. You can see it on a map. Like
Yep.
that's what it is.
Which
And-
they should be, right? Because now, spending and shout out, but now not only the 100,000, but I feel like heavyweights is starting to be what you guys always wanted it to be, right? And then the people, because that's the fun, but it should be because you guys are putting in all the work.
Yeah, it's been a long road, and there's a lot of people that haven't made it with us that played a huge part in that, and I want to shout out all of them as well, because it didn't just start, you know, there. When I got here, we were at like 10,000 subs, and now to be up to where we are, man, is awesome, and everybody puts in a lot of work every day to get it to keep this thing running. So it's just shout out to 100,000, and here's to the next 100,000.
Yeah, no doubt. And like, look, man, like I appreciate the love in the chat and everything like that. I have the easy part. You know, like I just sit here and talk and get Vikings fans pissed off and Packers fans pissed off, and like then I go get my car and go home. You know, like Travis and Spenny and those guys, man, like they create the magic with it. So
One sec, hey Mike, you're not Mike G, you're Mike OG. You've been here.
Yeah, shout out
You've
Mike
been
G.
here since the beginning.
Yeah.
I love it, and all the rest of you.
I ain't say that in the super chat. Neal, are you going to deal with Maz efficiently, quickly, or try to get the most return on investment when you send him to double hockey sticks? HE double hockey sticks. What did he do now?
The morning show, yeah.
What do you do?
Sean's gonna make a call. You guys have a little private chat behind the scenes where you plot things on Maz, so you'll be hearing something soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Maz kind of had a meltdown this morning. It was
Maz did?
Yeah.
Oh no!
About
It
what?
was great.
About the Bears?
No, it started with the LeBron getting his own patch, and then it grew from there. So,
LeBron got his own patch.
yeah, we went to Jose Altuve, Red Arbach, all the people mad.
Oh, just check
He just went on a sleigh tour.
the
so.
AFC.
Yep, AFC, everything, bro. Everything.
Indoor football.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
Costanza
a
like
great
blow
episode.
up. We need. Did somebody clip that?
The airing of grievances with
Yeah,
Tom
the airing
Mazur.
of grievances with Maz. It's Maz's sports grievances.
Maz made a Mexican noise. It was great. It was all great. It
Can
was-
I get a clip of this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're-
gotta find that.
We're gonna.
Jesus.
We got you. We gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
I think
gotta see that.
we're all owed that.
Tammy Chin, by the way. There are still a few of us OGs in the chat still. Always great to see everyone. Tammy, too. Tammy was like day one in here.
Yep.
So shout out
Big
to Tammy.
shout out to Tammy.
And I know I saw on her social media, she really enjoyed the ceremonies yesterday as well. I'm glad you were there, Tammy. You deserve to be there for
Oh yeah, I
moments
saw
like that.
Tammy. Got a picture again.
Pete Smith in the super chat. After the 1995 Stanley Cup Finals, I would have bet on Woodward Sports. Sorry, D-Mac.
No, you don't have. Do you not know this guy beside me is the biggest? Was the biggest not a hater but doubter.
Yeah.
Like his money. Listen, back in the day when good thing he didn't have money because he would have lost it all, but he didn't have any to
the
lose.
Avalanche, the 96 broke me.
Yeah.
It.
No, but you admit it.
Yeah, It broke.
You don't play it, dude. That's
Yeah.
why it's always like, and then we won you back.
The only way out is through.
The only way out was through for you
There you
guys,
go.
D-Mac.
That's it.
And Neal, we're giving away something today, right?
Absolutely, we are. By the way, too,
Shout out Anson.
Shout out Anson. We put this together here. This is a Darren McCarty plaque with a card there. I'll get it so the shine's off there.
What's a Stanley Cup card? One of those ones that Neal never believed
Yeah.
that we would do. It's right there in his
Right.
hands to show and prove, just like the 100,000 for Woodward Sports. There it is.
Absolutely.
that plaque.
So, yep, there it is. So signed by D-Mac, inscribed with the Stanley Cup years and everything like that. What'd you guys want to do for this, Benny?
Like super chat, I think Yates has said, and if you super chat, then you get entered into a prize wheel, and so the more super chats, the more options you have to win.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we'll do all the super chats. Your name will be entered into a prize wheel. We'll spin it, one winner.
All right, there you go. LaBartney, I got the Woodward Sports crew a gift for Bourbon Friday. Shout out Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you, LaBartney. No doubt about it. Double G21, congratulations on 100,000 subs. Neal walking in the house today looking at his kids going, mic drop. I am.
When that plaque
What
get
have
here,
you
you
done
gonna
lately?
Yeah.
When that plaque get here, you going to do the Kobe picture with the plaque.
100%. Woodward's, let me see here. I think I'm all caught up for now. But Tev Sauce, congrats on 100,000 subs. Woodward, been a daily listener since the first draft party when we got Penny Sewell. Here's to 200K. LaBartney also shout out Mez from the morning show and shout out Heavyweights also.
Shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's in there. But yeah, okay, let's do this then. Because I did want to give that its proper due. But obviously we got to get into the Sergei night stuff. In the game, we got to get into the game also. But again, just another magical, electric, all that evening. And we'll recap our events too. Like I got text. It was weird because D-Mac, like when you look down at your phone and then there's like 50 or 60 texts within 5 minutes, like something happened somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'll tell the story when I come back. So
All right, cool.
yeah, it was there was a lot of power players in that suite last night. Let's just say it like that. Michael
Yourself
Weary
included.
Yeah, well, yeah. Michael Weary in the super chat. Woodward Sports, very best sports shows in the D. Congrats. EX27, congrats on 100K, gentlemen. We absolutely appreciate it. Tell them about Black Rock.
Let me tell you about Black Rock. Go to blackrockrestaurants.com to find a location near you. They've got a brand new menu with a ton of different items like their Cajun steak bites. They've got the crab stuffed portobellos with hollandaise. And, of course, the 25-ounce Enforcer sirloin courtesy of our own Darren McCarty. So make sure you go check it out at a Black Rock near you. blackrockrestaurants.com. Mention Woodward Sports. Get 20% off your total bill.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness, everybody. And look, Planet Fitness, man, they are everywhere. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. And it's good to see, some gym elite people at some of these designer gyms probably be upset, like, oh, it's January, the gyms are more busy and stuff like that. I enjoy it, man, because I know that people have become members at the very best gym in the gym game. And that actually makes me happy because I've been a member for going on 4 years and I'll never be a member at another gym. I won't because I don't need to. because Planet Fitness has everything I need. They're everywhere I need them to be, and it's become a daily part of my life, and it can happen for you too. And remember, Black Card option. You basically own Planet Fitness for $24.99 a month. Go to that gym that I'm looking at out there. You can be a member at Planet Fitness for almost 4 months for the price of what it costs for a month there. And the weights weigh the same. I've been in there. The weights weigh the same, everybody. 25-pound dumbbells are 25 pounds at Planet Fitness, too. And there's more treadmills and more cardio stuff. And, again, it's the very best gym in the gym game. I got nothing else for you guys. PlanetFitness.com. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. And look, I was telling you guys a story. Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, KG, Spencer, Raxter, all of you in the chat. Jump into that super chat. We're giving away, a little Stanley Cup card plaque signed by Darren McCarty. We'll pick a winner from the super chats today, and we'll draw a winner and get that to you guys. In the chat, BigCon51. Neal, I know last night was really cool for you. No, it was. It was a ton of fun. And a big thanks to Sergei. Big thanks, of course, to my guy D-Mac as well. There were some greats of all time in that suite last night. And the TV cameras were up there a lot. And it was funny. I got a text. My mom sent me a text. It's always your mom, right? My mom sends me a text, and she's like, just so you know, you're being watched. And I was like, huh? And then, all these texts started coming in, and it was a spectacle, man. It absolutely was. And, I think I got something that really encapsulated the evening very, very nicely. When the Wings got the game winner in overtime, I was taking a video of it, because they had a scoring chance and stuff like that. And right in front of me are D-Mac, and you're sitting with some friends.
Yeah. A couple guys, a couple way backs.
Yeah, so guys you've been friends with for a long time. This was pretty cool. I mean, what you got? You got Roenick, Jeremy Roenick,
Chelios, and Chad Smith,
from
drummer from Red
Hot Chili Peppers, and D-Mac. So this is when they score the goal.
That's the overtime goal, and the boys just sort of stand up and take it all in, and
yeah. So, and then, Don't Stop Believin' plays and the South Detroit drops and everything. And it just, it backs up to your story, D-Mac, when there was extra in the building last night. There just was.
Oh, they're 100 million%. I'll even say it. I had the fortune, if I find the picture, I'll show it. But I watched first period sitting next to Mrs. Illich, watching that. And the couple things that she said, because she got up to go to the bathroom before the game started, and then she came back and goes, "Oh, all the people, they must have just been out somewhere," because she was how full it was and how everybody was there and how everybody was there early. You got to remember the pregame started at 5:30, so you had to be in the building no later than 5. But it was special to everybody. I know we concentrate on what did it mean to us and what it mean to Sergei and stuff, but it was for the fans. It was for everybody. But the best way for me to describe it is it felt like cherry on top or the bow, the nice bow. Maybe the packaging and the present wasn't wrapped, but it meant wrapped the way you wanted, but the bow on top and the way that it went out and just, reminiscing and seeing, for me to see the real Sergei Fedorov address his fans, and that was so Sergei's speech. There's the way there's inflections and stuff like that. I think he got out everything that he said, and some of the things that he said, there was a couple really poignant things that I took away from it in his speech, which was important that he let the fans know. He let people know, right? Number one, he let people know that Steve Yzerman is the one that he learned the most from.
That cracked Steve, too.
Oh, Stevie's choked up.
Yeah.
Right? And you think of all the greatness he's been around and but he made it a point to say that on and off the Steve Yzerman is the one I learned the most from. And you know what is funny, Neal, because I sit here and you think back, that's probably most of us. And it's more as we mature. Right?
Yeah.
Because Sergei's been out of the game for, over 10 years, has won championships as coach, as a father now, and, younger family. He's older than me, and his kids are 10, around that years, but he's enjoying that. And I think that the perspective is that, and a lot of stuff that those lessons, at least for me personally, is they come through and it's not really about the game. So that's what you took from that. And also too, is that not only one of the greatest players, one of the great hockey minds, right? Think the game. And he just said, patience, and we're going to get there. And he's really confident that we'll have cups back in Hockey Town real soon. And, so that those were the two things that I thought that he wanted to make it important. And hey, I left. That was on me. Yeah, I can relate to that.
That was my thing. Yeah.
I can relate to that too. But for all of us who believe that everything happens for a reason, he was also said, but if I didn't leave, I wouldn't have met the love of my life and have 2 kids. So if you can see the why behind it, doesn't make it right or wrong, but he understands that.
Yeah, and D-Mac, how I think and everything. I'm a little more analytical. You're more universe. I'm a little more analytical. Right. And my thing about it, what moved me about that when he said that is, for him, here is one of the greatest hockey players to ever play the game. Maybe the greatest two-way player in the history of hockey, in my opinion.
Right.
There's nothing he couldn't do on the ice, which is insane considering the level of talent in that game. But anyway, I digress. For him to look 19,000 people in the eye and say, I was wrong. What I did was wrong. I left and I made a mistake, and that was wrong. Not saying I was wrong per se, but to say, what my takeaway was, I understand why some people got upset. And I might not have thought about that in the time, but looking back on it, I can see. And nobody does that. Nobody. We talk about this on the show all the time. A lot of people in the world, when they make mistakes, if you look into a camera and you're like, hey, man, I messed that up. And you did. Mm-hmm. If a man looks you in the eye and says, I made a mistake, and is genuinely reflective about it, what can you say? Can you be mad? How can you be mad at somebody?
You're mad if he does it again.
Yeah,
can't.
Bingo.
And that's how we
were
raised, right? You make that mistake, just don't make it again.
Can't make the same mistake twice.
Right. And it was imperative for him to get that. Get one thing you hear
right
from
off
me
out
of my mouth. So it was imperative to him and moving forward. And just what I think what it is, just looking at it and to know the place where Sergei Fedorov is at in his life makes me happy.
Yeah.
There's no one that deserves it more. The people that know him know that, right? But, here's a guy that had to be more guarded than not. And not towards, when you see him in the room with the guys, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's light up. It's everything else. I don't want to forget, I thought the caveat and the great surprise at the end was Karen Newman. Karen Newman came out and crushed the national anthem. But
that was kind of a surprise.
It was a surprise for all of us, and you could tell by the reaction of the crowd, right? That was. Hey Kenny, I hope they hold the Royal Rumble entrance that secretive.
Yeah,
don't tip it off like that, right?
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
and she killed it too. I mean,
100%.
She did.
Surprise, right?
And
She was so
great
good.
reaction by all the fans. It was just a great night of sort of nostalgia.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Mike G in the chat. Shout out to Anson and his 2 haircuts per week.
Shout out.
Yes. You know what else is funny about it is Detroit Dabber in the chat. Shout out 8 Mile Vodka. Real Cream of Wheat. Shout out Chili Peppers Tanning. It's funny
man.
too. All the
came a long way.
Yeah, no doubt. It is.
All the fallen soldiers.
All the partners, right?
Yeah.
They believe
sure.
with their advertising money. You know,
sure.
That is.
Yeah, that's a factor.
Woodward Sports super chat, by the way. And
Shout out
again,
to Christina Gennari. She's just in here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Play the hits, man.
Yeah. Junior X battle. Best moment was the shout out from Vlad, class from 91. No, it was great. Double G21 was crazy after the first goal they said on TV. If they would have scored a second and a half sooner, it would have been 91 seconds into the game. That is crazy.
The first goal they scored at 92 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
So if the tip, not the rebound, went in?
Yep.
KVR, baby.
Freddie Felt 313, 200K ears are listening to Neal's tone. Congrats. Yeah, that's true. 200,000 ears.
Shout out.
100,000 people. Yeah. The DJCI, the pregame really took me back to my youth. That was an A+. It was like, look, we've had our discussion about the Tigers and some of the philosophical stuff on there. That was A+. First class.
Yep.
You can't walk away from that night thinking anything other than that.
Such a Sergei Fedorov entrance, too. In the,
The
Corvette.
Corvette.
that you see in the video and the rest. It's the same Corvette.
Yeah, that was crazy. AC 1058. I need that DMAC card. Well, you're in there, brother. Drop the super chat in there. We're doing a super chat raffle for the DMAC signed Stanley Cup card. Michael Weary, Woodward Sports, very best shows in the D. Congrats, appreciate it, guys. But yeah, so it was that when he looked everybody in the eyes and said, I made a huge mistake, leaving here. And then the other thing, so again, I'll let you guys behind the curtain. Sergei was terrified of the speech, like talking to all his people, like how nervous
for the
he
last
was.
couple of days and stuff
Yeah.
like this, going over it and whatever. And I think it wasn't that what he was going to say is this to get what he wanted to get across, to get his heart across and the love and whatever else. So whoever helped him with that, I know Paul, you were in the chat here and you helped him with it, and Bayoff and whoever had hands in it. But because here's why it works. Because at the end of the day, it was all Sergei Fedorov.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was all his word. And you heard it, and whoever helps him organize that to get it in a time frame, you could talk on this more because it's a
I
crunch.
talked to him about that. Yeah, I talked to him when he came back up there, and said, you lied to the people. You said you weren't a public speaker, and he from the technicals of it, because I was blown away. That's why I was blown away.
I was watching as a wrestling pro. Kenny's one of the best wrestling promos. I know he had a
Yeah.
teleprompter, but the way his inflections and his pauses, because
Yeah.
it was weird. So. Behind the curtain, sitting on the ice, right underneath, you couldn't really hear, but I was lucky because I could see the video, so I could see the lips moving, and I had the teleprompter in between, I don't know, whoever was in front of me, Mrs. Illich and Chris, and so I could sort of go off it like that to understand what was going on, but I could see the inflection, how it would change and stuff like this, and he killed it.
Yeah,
I was in awe.
He walked over and involved people, and then gave it its proper spacing time to walk. Like from a technical speech standpoint, he even drilled that, man. Like the man's just uber talented. So, Shad216, shout out in the super chat. Shout out to the guy who said, and oh, by the way, look at this from the weight loss.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot about that guy.
Holy shit.
That one was pretty funny. Andrew Schmidt, congrats on 100K subs. Pat McAfee, who? Pat McAfee's accountant. That's who.
Facts, yeah.
That is fact.
Still owes us a show.
He does.
The away fan.
Maybe
Cool
we got
to-
100. Maybe he'll look this way now.
Yeah.
The away fan. Cool to have the trophies there for all to see. No, it was absolutely first class all the way around, and it was, man. It was a very cool night, and I'm very happy that it's up there forever now. And they did they did a great job. So all right, let's take the break. When we come back, I do want to touch on the game.
Yeah, the
Right?
game.
The game. So I got a question for the people too about the Red Wings season. Just a baseline, basic ass question. So let's do that, and let's talk about Jack's Car Wash. Everybody, look. If you get your car washed twice a month, that's pretty reasonable. I think people get their car washed maybe twice a month. You need to go to jackscarwash.com and take a look at the subscription packages, and you can get the unlimited monthly car wash package for roughly about the cost of 2 car washes per month. Think about it, everybody. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Especially here in the winter time. It snows every other day. So, you can pull your car into any Jack's Car Wash. There's over 40 of them around Michigan. Take advantage of the free vacuums, free compressed air, the free mat cleaning rooms. Every Jack's Car Wash ends with a hand towel drying service. And if you want to try it for free, you can. Take out your phone. Text WSN to 888-522-1729. And poof, a free Jack's Car Wash will appear on your phone. And you can try it. Once you try it, you'll be in there. And again, go to jackscarwash.com. Take a look at those subscription packages. It's jackscarwash.com. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's a ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Neal Ruhl here for Art and Jake's, the very best sports bar in the sports bar game, whatever event you want to watch. UFC's coming up. There's no cover charge at Art and Jake's. You just walk in there, get your table, take advantage of the elite menu that they have. Obviously, like smash burgers, wings, things like that. But, you know, if you're a little more extra, shrimp tacos, tuna, all of it. It's an elite menu, all the drinks you could want. And the bottom line is, it's not some wing place that says, hey, what sauce do you want on your wings? No, it's much, much more than that. And the cost, you'll be surprised, everybody. That's all I'm saying. So, again, Art and Jake's, that is a spot for the big events. There's 6 locations around the Metro Detroit area. Download the app, scan the QR code on the screen. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting, a fine dining flavor. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Remember, we're giving away a signed plaque with a Darren McCarty Stanley Cup card. D-Max signed it, inscribed it with the Stanley Cup years, and all you just every person that drops a super chat in there gets an entry. We're going to do a little spin the wheel electronic thing, and you'll win it. So that's what we're trying to do right now. We doing that like towards the end of the show?
Yep, yeah, we'll do it in the last segment. I've got the wheel up. I'm adding every single super chatter name to it. If you do a yellow one, you get extra ones. If you do an orange one, you'll get even extra ones. So, we'll do it at the end, and we'll one winner, one ring to rule them all. So
there you go. Woodward Sports chat thread. Get into there, get your thoughts out. Good win. I will say this, D-Mac, like keeping it 100. The first period, we were doing, conversations with people in the suite and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't locked in on it. Second period, I sat down in the seats because some of the traffic kind of made their way out, and I sat down in the seats and got a bourbon and just sat there and watched the game. I'll never understand. I mean, I do when I look at the Florida Panthers. I'll never understand how the Hurricanes don't have a Stanley Cup. They are a good team, and they dominated the second half of that game.
So, you know what? Great question, Neal, and we didn't even talk about this because I asked Kenny Holland, and they do have a Stanley Cup back in 2000.
Yeah, this iteration of the Hurricanes, man.
Not big enough.
Yeah?
Not big enough to play against that
they need a tough physical defenseman.
Well, they need bigger, like when Kenny Holland, when we were sitting there talking about it, but you look at their forwards and whatever, and they got talent and they play hard and whatever like this, but it seems like they're not durable, or when push comes to shove, they just need a little bit more size. That's a great hockey team. They've played the same way forever.
Forever, yeah.
Under Rod Brindamore or whatever, but the consensus is because when push comes to shove, and that's why we're talking about here about that size, and especially in the playoff series. Regular season, right, where the difference between the game, the fast and the skill, where it comes down to playing a series against each other and focusing and honing in on it, and it makes sense, right? They can get worn down.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, too, is it always comes down to the goaltending, right? Do they have it good enough? So they'll always be there. But that was the consensus that I got, is that they can get worn down playing that way. It's a great regular season way to play, and they're a great team. Don't get it wrong. But what are they missing if you look at if they added some size to do it? So,
In the chat, the away fan Neal, did you get your jersey signed? I did not. I did not ask for any autographs.
Got a pick
or
with the
any of
white
that stuff.
skates, bro.
Yeah. That meant way more. I do got to get the Russian team jersey signed at some point, but he'll be back around, I'm sure. We'll be able to facilitate that. I will call in a favor for my friend Darren McCarty. So, but we will get that one done. The away fan. So car flags out. I've been driving with mine out. Come join me.
You've been at a one all
You can
year.
do whatever you want. Some of us are waiting. A little too early. We still got the Olympic break, but you do you.
Neal flying it.
If you're feeling it, ride it.
Yeah. But no, it's just D-Mac. The only thing, and you said it when everybody was around, and I thought of you as I was like a proud father. After like the 13th consecutive face-off that they lost, Spenny, D-Mac turns around, like everybody's there. Ken Hall, everybody's like, win a GD face-off.
Can't we win a GD face-off? And I turn and I look right at Neal.
Right.
Well, it was, and
Neal,
understandably, if you go to the game, right, up 3-0, let them come back. This was during, there was a span there where they took a 5-on-3. They were down when it was 3-2, and that's when Carolina scored. And I might have seen the most egregious penalty call on Mo Sider for Martin to handcuffing himself or whatever and get the penalty, whatever. But
Yeah.
you got to.
But D-Mac, I said there was one more coming. I said
but
there was one more
but
penalty
there
coming.
was, but the whole thing is that if you're gonna look at I didn't see it live until I watched on the replay, but maybe a cop got away with a little cross check over
Well,
the
that
net.
was the problem was
That was even
but when I said at the end of the game, I said they're gonna ding us with one more penalty to give the Hurricanes a power play. But then the second penalty, they could not call that one.
No, they had
had
to,
to call
which
that
did,
one.
and then what you watched to even up was
They let Cobb
late
get away
late
with
in the
it.
game, and then they I mean, if I might have, I would have been upset if I was wondering why Gosh was running around after the ref.
Yeah. So
Accidentally
you get it.
on purpose, but hey, not on Sergei Fedorov night.
Yeah, no doubt. Colonel Ludlow, can we please play a full 60 minutes? No, but you know what though? The face-offs are even more valuable when you're up 2-0 or 3-0.
Yeah.
Because it takes 30 seconds of the game up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it is like the face-off thing is a thing for me, D-Mac.
And
It just is.
shout out John Gibson, who is
Again.
absolute studded on this. He made a bunch of cross crease saves and stuff like this. And when you're talking about playing a 60-minute game, that's what they're working towards. I think Shanny said it best. And this, guys from all organizations upstairs, take that 2 points and, we'll address that situation, sort of tomorrow. This brought up a question that I was thinking, right? Because you can feel momentum, right? And in hockey, momentum is such a huge thing. But is it even more so this year? Does it feel like turned up an extra notch? Or
Yes.
is it not just for us because always in these games, but the league?
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, just look at and they've done a good job or a bad job depending on what your thoughts are on it. But the point for losing in overtime has changed everything. It just has. And my feelings on it because we talk about it all the time. I never understand why you get rewarded for losing. And then some people say, well, you don't. You're getting rewarded for being tied through 60 minutes. I guess that depends on your perspective.
I think you brought it up yesterday, right? Interesting conversation that you and I had with Steve Eisenman and Ken Hall, and just standing there. And Stevie's like, I wish if they keep that, then they go 3 points for
3
a win.
points for a win,
like
yeah.
European soccer, right?
Yep.
But as he said, they're not even interested in
Yeah,
that.
Stevie's like, look at the standings.
Yeah, look, they're like this is what it is. So the imperativeness, I think, something that I learned is that just you can't lose games.
Right.
It's your loss column. So last night, why it was so important to at least get that point, get it into overtime, then you can get that extra point because it's like squirrels and nuts. You got to store these nuts, and these nuts are
For the when
points.
winter comes, yeah.
For the winter comes. So, like I said, and I had that conversation that we had yesterday too about. Do you think with this team? I asked a couple of guys, do you think with this team, the way the youth that this break will be a benefit or more of a hindrance. And they thought it would be more of a benefit, like thinking along the lines of where I was, because you have younger guys going through it sort of the first time. It gives them, the recharge. As long as any of you guys don't get hurt, you should be in good shape. Gives your goalies rest, gives your number one goalie rest. Like I think that's the biggest thing. That's what was brought up, is that, are your goalies being a little bit older, is he going to be recharged, and he's going to have all the time.
I know, but he's on such a heater right now, man.
No, I know, but you still got 11 games.
Yeah.
He's not going to be on the heater to that. I'd rather stay on this heater to the break, because I think being a veteran guy, and what I've seen from more veteran guys being around, being ready or getting back in, or knowing what you need to do to prepare yourself to stay on this heater. Yeah. Neal, we wish this was first round of the playoffs with him playing like this, right?
Right.
But
well, I just kind of wish there wasn't a break.
I
I
don't feel right the way this year is that we're going to experience the February, March that we have in the past few years, because one of the things that we talked about is Dylan Larkin getting tired?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, I'm scarred from the Four Nations, D-Mac, because it hurt us. Like, it hurt the Red Wings.
But isn't the
last
break
year.
bigger than that?
Provided Larkin gets through, you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
that,
Okay, so that and you know what?
Yeah.
How can it? I'm not gonna. We'll have to wait and see.
You have to wait and see.
How
It's
do we
just
get through?
And Larkin and DeBrincat, they are point a game guys, D-Mac, like solidified, like they are. DeBrincat's going to maybe score 50 goals this year, like that, and that's what we've talked about when I've talked about this team through the last couple of years during the dry run. I said, D-Mac, like, we can talk about trades and everything like that, but until you got point a game guy, like, look at the rosters of Stanley Cup winners. They got dudes, man, that no matter what, you're getting on the score sheet that night in some fashion. Like that, and that's what DeBrincat, that's what Larkin are right now. Woodward Sports Super Chat, by the way. And if you want to drop a Super Chat in like we talked about, we're giving away the signed card plaque, Darren McCarty, inscribed with the Stanley Cup years on there. EX27 Evolution. Neal, standing by for orders to get Ozzy into the Hall of Fame. And somebody else said that earlier. Wait.
Yep, talk about it. This might be an ISO situation.
I will get there. Okay, today's not the day. I was out late last night, so today's not the day, but the day is near. That will be the next project, everybody. We will get going on that one because that, when you just look at numbers, you're like, wait, what? Don't worry, I'll articulate it in a way that makes sense when that time comes. So EX27, I appreciate all the soldiers are standing by.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, the captain will give the direction. And we'll take the next city. Don't worry.
When Neal mobilizes, shit gets done. That's all I know.
We're 2 for our last 2.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I know.
Hurricane 981. Shout out Gooey Butter Cake, elite non-chocolate dessert. Probably the best non-chocolate dessert.
It's hard to argue.
If we're being real. Spenny, you sign off, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. Junior X Battle in the Super Chat. Red Wings being on top of the standings. Do we make a move at the deadline, or we just let it ride for the year? We're gonna get into that next when we come back. Great call. Freddie felt, Neal, will your salmon blazer be raised to the rafters at the arena?
It should be.
Never know.
Yeah,
Somebody immortalize that thing, man.
That is.
I'll be
funny.
there.
Thomas Perry in the Super Duper Chat. When Sergei shouted out Slava, Igor, and Vladdy with the hug, there were some misty eyes in my group of old diehards. Fedorov's speech was epic. 100,000 subs. Salute. No, Thomas, me too.
Damn, Tommy.
Like me too, as just a fan, and that's why the whole thing was special for me. Like, I never get to go to these things and not have to work them or speak at them. I let Ken Daniels do all the work last night.
There you go. There you go.
Shout out to Ken
Well,
Daniels.
you did work of your own.
100%.
Different kind of work.
Absolutely.
Talk about that buffet.
Yeah. By the way, tomorrow we're gonna have Josh on, the producer, producer of the Russian Five. Josh Ruhl is coming in studio. Okay. Yeah, I figure it's a good time to sit down.
Yeah,
absolutely. He'll give you some insights about. He's got Did he tell you the story last night, Sergei? I got him to save a drinking story with Sergei.
Yeah,
over for the Russian.
He told me, but he'll share it. He'll share it with you guys over there in Russia. And I got some requests for Josh. There's more that I want to see. Like Detroit based. Can we get an 04 Pistons doc going?
Yeah,
like
for
somebody.
real. It's time.
Yeah.
Look at the Pistons resurgence. It's time.
It's time.
Hell yeah.
100%. It's time. So I'll ask Josh how I can help. Because
Right.
Because you're always willing to help.
snap your fingers.
As long as
Right.
it's easy.
He'll break it down to Malice in the Palace.
You're
That'd be
everybody's
great.
guy as
Yeah.
long as it's easy.
I'm just a connector. Like I just connect people and then I walk away. But when everyone goes out to dinner together, I'm on that tab, but I ain't paying it.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Hey, talk your shit. Talk your shit, dude.
Tell about Gold Crown.
He's talking facts, bro. Just like I'm talking facts, Kenny. Let's talk about something that takes your chill game to the championship level. Gold Crown, you know the slogan, smoke like royalty. Gold Crown is a Michigan brand through and through with some of the finest cannabis products in the state, whether it's their crown jewels, gummies packed with flavor and effects that'll keep you vibing. Or their infused jester pre-rolls that hit harder than a Lions linebacker. Gold Crown is all about giving you top shelf quality without the royal price tag. All rise for the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
Ever wonder what goes on inside the game?
Deep ball's got a man and got him. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Join Braylon Edwards and Shep
Edwards has it. 10, 5, touchdown.
on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep,
Ball looks in zone. Got Edwards for the touchdown.
where they dive deep into the heart of sports. Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m., they're bringing you expert analysis, exclusive interviews, and a fresh perspective on the sports you love. Don't miss it, only on the Woodward Sports Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Look good. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, enjoy a haircut, scalp massage, hot lather, neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of the talented stylists. Take advantage of the $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code up in the corner to get your coupon today. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
All right. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports, chat thread, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat. And subscribe over 100,000. All right, we're on our way to 200,000 now. So let's get everybody in there.
The road begins.
Yes, and get it going. And don't forget, every person that drops a super chat in there today, you get entered in for the Darren McCarty signed Stanley Cup card plaque. So, yeah, get in there and you'll have a shot at it. We're gonna do a drawing at the end of the show.
Yep.
And announce the winner. So that'll be pretty cool. Again, just talking Red Wings yesterday. All right, baseline question I have for the Red Wings, for the fans. What do you got, Spenny?
Chris Terps with the super chat says, "Congrats on the 100K, guys. Are the heavyweights giving away a date with CJ's baby mama?" We have not thought about that yet. Possibly in the hopper. Stay tuned for heavyweights.
That beef will never die, will it?
Never.
It's up for life.
That's such a great, one of the greatest bits in the history of this show and the network.
Man.
I mean, it absolutely is. All right, baseline question. They have the most points in the Eastern Conference, the Red Wings. What's the what would be a good season for you right here, right now?
Dude, it's still playoffs. It's still like set yourself up being consistent, but like getting in the playoffs. And now it's not, I just think, Spenny, you brought this up. You're not fodder, right? I mean, it all depends on matchups and where you end.
You're not going to play the Panthers and, the goal is to win the second period of Game 4. Like
yeah, right, or the Rangers a few years ago, or whatever it is. But no, I mean, like legitimacy of building this, and because it's in the NHL, right? The biggest thing is being healthy and the consistency. Like what I've seen is the improvement from the younger guys, but the improvement of this team. I always say they're bipolar. Have they taken their meds? Like this and that. The youth is that they still have those moments, but it seems like they're tightening these moments up, right? They still have them last night. They gave away like some 2-on-1s and some 3-on-2s late, but it's not effort, and they're working towards it and getting the demeanor. Here's the one thing that I got, knowing Todd McClellan, winning a cup with him in 2008 and knowing the type of guy he is. Some of the questions, like when we were having a conversation, he likes their trajectory, and he never gets ahead of themselves, but he sees that they're getting it with each other, right? And I think it's a different game. I mean, like, you can't do this and do the things that they've been doing, right? And what do I mean by that? It's, you know how hard it is going to Montreal and shut them out on a Saturday night, a hockey night in Canada? I mean, I think we might have done it before, but or whatever, like going in there and win, but just with the way the league is. I think that they're getting comfortable being where they're at in a conference that every day you could go from first to fifth. You know, it's not about that. It's just let's worry about our game, not worry about everything around them, right? And so it's slowly but surely falling into place. The concerns, right? The end of February, March. The concerns, because last year it was 4 nations, this year it's Olympics. The concerns of what we have to get through that we haven't got through before are right there. But what they've done, getting these points, putting themselves in this position, insulates them a little bit, right? For when bad things are still going to happen. Somebody's going to get hurt, unfortunately, right? But you look at the way that the guys have played, not only here, but in the minors, the youth and stuff like that. The way the guys are in Grand Rapids, they're a lot of them deserve an opportunity. It's just there's no space. So it's good. You know what I mean? I'm as comfortable with the direction of this team and seeing how they're playing and things that they're doing, and not because they're in first place and not because of the points, it's because you finally see them playing the right way on a more consistent basis for closer to 60 minutes.
And I do have a question about, and like, look, you guys know me, I'm dorky. The face-off thing bothers me.
For a long time.
It's a baseline of possession.
The face-off thing bothers you. The PK slowly creeping into 20th. Right, the power plays 5th in the league.
Yeah,
great. But we can't let that go. The face-offs is gonna be an issue when it tilts that way. But those are
so. It's just, again, and I'm being geeky. But, like, in a 2-minute power play, if you win the faceoff and clear the puck, the 2-minute power play becomes a minute 40 power play. Like, it's just it's huge. Like, it's huge, and no one really thinks about it that way, but it is. And Spenny, I want to go to you because you guys do the pregame show, and you're as locked into the Red Wings as anybody in this town, even the experts on other stations and stuff like that. I'm conflicted about something, Spenny, and I want you to tell me how to feel here. They are number 1 in points in the Eastern Conference, which is ridiculous, and just at a baseline doesn't feel sustainable. However, the youth movement that played a part in getting this base when the season started, from a production standpoint, has fallen off a bit. Like, Finney had a great start. It's kind of fallen off a little bit. That's to be expected. ASP, kind of the same deal, although he kind of ebbs and flows, but it's to be expected. He's youth. They're young. This is for all the bring the kids up crowd, which was me. This is part of the package. So I'm understanding of it. But with all that being said, Spenny, as they've kind of ping-ponged around and not been consistent, you know what is consistent? They're at the top of the Eastern Conference standings. How?
You're having the veterans step up when the younger guys aren't as much. You look at what's going on now with the team, and James Van Riemsdyk and Andrew Kopp have been so good about what these guys are doing and the secondary scoring, and you have the vets coming into form and rounding you. The young guys gave you the spark, but now you have the gray bushes kind of picking up the slack, and that's been a huge reason of why they're still winning.
Remember last year? What did I say? 2 years ago, Rasmussen going down killed him. Last year, Kopp going down. Kopp slowly but surely to whatever, being sort of that old goat on the on the team. And I'll bring this up because Tammy, you were probably there at the game two games ago. There was, between whistles or commercial breaks, they'll do like a survey in the locker room. Ask the guys. They asked like 5 guys who would be a coach, on your team, and 4 to 5 said Cop. That's what we're seeing there, and it's sort of that maturity and being able to step up like that, like you said, Spenny. We need Cop and Comfort to step up in the timely spots and not, be a detriment. But Andrew Cop is quietly doing like the solidifying that, second line. But we just need him to win a few more faceoffs.
Yeah. So, again, so what is it, KG? What's a successful season to you?
Getting in the playoffs because they haven't done that in a few years. But dare I say, could they win a series just based on how well they've done this year?
And that's kind of along the lines of I was thinking. I'll get back to you when I see the matchup.
I hear you.
Like say the Panthers fully get it together, and then all of a sudden, poof, they're the 7 seed and we're the 2 seed, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
But if it's Buffalo, or if it's say Philadelphia. But what if it's Pittsburgh? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so matchup dependent. So I reserve the right because I know like the granular people are going to go, well, no, the expectations change. You have to win a playoff series. Like for me and this team, and like, look, trade deadline independent. This is how I always feel about every playoffs.
Yeah.
In every sport, who you playing? Who are you playing?
Matchups matter.
Does anybody want to play the Florida Panthers? As with them being a 7 or an 8 seed?
Of course not.
No.
Yeah.
No. And, like, you just don't. If you could choose, and Spenny, I'll put this on you. If you could choose an opponent, and realistically, I guess any opponent is in play because there's, like, 8 points that separates everybody. If you could handpick an opponent for the Red Wings, who would you pick?
Probably Montreal.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking Montreal over Florida and Tampa, and those are really the only realistic ones.
I would pick Buffalo.
Well, yeah.
They're kind of right on that fringe,
I don't know. Buffalo kind of has their number.
I thought about that, but, 10-game winning streak, like, you know what I mean?
I think Montreal's got the weakest goaltending out of all of them, too. So I would probably go Montreal.
I would do it just for the ish talk between you and Sean.
That would be a big reason why, too, yeah.
The Hockey Elite text thread.
Yeah.
Would be
epic.
On fire.
Yeah, that's
it would absolutely be on fire. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts in there. Hurricane, key lime pie versus gooey butter cake. Oh, I had
that gooey butter cake was phenomenal.
Yeah,
one of the best desserts I've eaten in a while.
Yes, even I got into that one, and I don't usually do that stuff, but I did that night.
Oh, yeah.
You put a butter cake out there, I'm getting into it.
Come on now, Sergei night, cut loose, man.
You ain't got to lie,
right?
Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Neal eats sugar. I put a tie on.
Right.
We all got out of our comfort zone a little bit. Top 5 Wednesday tomorrow. It just popped in my head, and I don't even know why. Top 5 streets and freeways in the Metro Detroit area.
Oh, shit.
I like that one. That one's going to be fun.
Man. What?
I don't know why that popped in my head like 10 minutes ago.
Streets and freeways.
Yeah.
It could be either one.
Whatever road you like to drive on in Detroit.
We gonna have some fun with this.
So, yeah. I thought that was pretty fun.
Upper East Side, stand up.
Maz's carpet bag. How was the New York strip? Okay, I'm not a good person to ask about steak because my favorite steak in the world is one that I make on my grill. And I can't get it perfect every time, which is weird to say. But I think like factors like outside temperature, all of that stuff plays a part. It's hard to get, because I like it medium, but with a charred outside.
Yeah.
And you have to walk a very fine line when you're grilling a steak to get that exact outcome.
True.
You have to monitor it intensely.
Yeah, but that's the whole key. It's like the temp, the circumstances that got to set up for your steak.
I've had a better success rate in perfection in the summer because I grill year round. So like I'm grilling tonight. And I grill year round. I've noticed I've had a better success rate in the summer with steaks as opposed to the winter.
Yeah, it's got to be a heat.
It's got to be a heat thing. It's got to be. You know, it's got to be. Mike O, the Lodge is underrated.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Lodge is a war zone, man.
No, you got to see some crazy shit on the Lodge, baby.
Well, hey, the two war zones, Lodge and Southfield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Lodge, like,
I can't
I
stand
gotta
Southfield
use them
Freeway.
both a lot.
Yeah, I can't stand Southfield Freeway.
what makes a Lodge, like, it's a war zone. It's a minefield.
Yeah.
The police will be there every day for a week, getting everybody going 70 and a 55 because they don't announce it that it changes.
Right.
Like, it just boom, it changes, and they're sitting right there, and they'll get you.
I'm here to tell you, nobody goes 55.
No.
Nobody
It's
goes
all
55.
75 up.
But
But
the
you're
police
right.
there, the police around there, it's mostly state police. They're like referees that get a mandate from the league where they call it for a week and then they
Right.
go back to the old way that
Hey,
it was.
They tripping on the Lodge. Go watch it for a week. Like seatbelt check. That's what they call it. Seatbelt check.
And they do, like, the referees that get a mandate and they call it super heavy, and then they disappear, and you don't see them again for 6 months until you look up in the rearview mirror, and it's usually around opening day.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, they do it in fall and right opening day week.
Yep. Notice the number of DUIs go up around that time. Just saying.
That is also true. Lots to talk about Outer Drive.
Shout out Outer Drive.
Randall Smalls, the 2 Carter houses I cooked for my brother and me last night were next level. It is. They're like, look, Sean obviously is our meat insider, like our grilled and smoked meat insider. I'd be curious to hold court with him and say, what is your perfect success rate when grilling meat? Because I can't imagine it's 100. Because you just for it to be perfect, I got to ask him because he's the insider. I'm not. Yeah, so lots of EX27. Rename the Lodge Sammy Hager Expressway. Nobody drives 55. That's a throwback. Lodge getting a lot of talk in there.
Yeah.
Which I would have figured it would have been 696. But
Also saw Big Beaver get a lot of votes in there.
Exit 69.
Big Beaver, man. Shout out.
All right, let's go to the break. Tell them about Loom.
Absolutely. Tax season stressing you out. Take a break at Loom Cannabis right now. Score 40%. Yes, 40% off when you spend $80 or more. With promo code TAXBREAK80 running through March 22nd. And if you're new to Loom, you'll get a free shake ounce just for stopping in. Plus, your first 3 visits come with freebies. Choose a Loom 8, a 200 milligram gummy, or a 1 gram cart with just a $20 spend. Find them now at Loom.com or any one of Loom's 41 locations throughout the state.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey guys, just want to take a minute, shout you guys all out. 100,000 subs on YouTube. It's something that when I signed on here at Woodward Sports, didn't think it was possible. Didn't think in a million years we could overtake the flagship here in town. Not overtake them, but dominate them digitally. Every big brand of sports talk that you can think of. WFAN in New York, The Score in Chicago, all of them. We dominate them all digitally because you guys, because of every single one of you that make this an everyday part of your lives. And to be real, I'm thankful that you guys do it. It gives, I feel a sense of accountability to you guys, like for real. And I just wanted to thank you guys for that. And you guys are the best. Tell your friends, we're on the road to 200,000 subs right now. And to my kids, hey, your dad's getting a YouTube plaque.
Look at me now.
Ha ha!
Gotta
That's
hang
right,
it right under the Planet
That's right.
Fitness over your shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely, kids. So take that.
Show this to your TikTok.
Yeah. You know, all your little YouTube videos where everybody's in there screaming, acting the fool, and they got 4 different levels of voices, and it drives me crazy. I can comment on that specifically because I stand in the same stratosphere as they do. So there you go. How you feel about that, Preston? All right. All right.
Flex on them, deal.
I am.
It's been a great week for you.
White boy winter continues, man.
Sometimes when you on the road.
Yeah. Zach Soap. Neal, has the Detroit sign been vandalized yet? KG, can you speak to that?
No, Zach, it has not. Okay.
Landscaping still cleaning everything.
There was never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
There was never a doubt.
Nope.
It still could have did better on the sign, if you ask me.
Art Vandelay. Neal's going to weld that plaque onto his EV. Steve Wilds. Don't be an old fart, Neal. Well, I can't. I'm part of a 100,000 YouTube subscriber organization.
It's true.
That's only young people. That's what I was told.
And Maz.
Yeah. Maz here for War Bonds. Rando Smalls in the super chat. You guys were awesome Friday. Thank you. No, Rando, appreciate you
you pulling up,
big
Rando.
shout out to Rando.
Absolutely. And as we talked about, too, we're giving away a Darren McCarty signed Stanley Cup card plaque, by the way. Just drop a super chat in there. You'll be entered. There's, like, different tiers. It's pretty much common sense stuff. But we're going to draw a winner at the end of the show, and we appreciate you all. All right. It is Rest in Peace Tuesday. It is time to put people in the sports coffin.
Rest in peace.
Colonel Ludlow, 94 east of 23 is pure trash. Tomorrow, top 5 roads and freeways in Metro Detroit.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. Mike, what's up with it, vanilla face, Neal? Okay. All right. Spencer Raxter bats leadoff, as he typically does. Spencer Raxter, who you putting in the coffin?
Yeah,
I know.
You know, I hate to do this.
I feel like I know.
And it was a long ride, and I never wavered in my confidence. I always thought that they'd get there, but rest in peace to the Carolina Panthers. They tried to do it.
What a ride.
What a ride, right? A roller coaster ride. It's all you could have ever wanted out of Carolina, and they tried to pull it off at the end, but unfortunately they just couldn't get the job done. Carolina Panthers, we hardly knew ye. Rest in peace. You know, I know that this is new to you, obviously, because my confidence had never wavered. And so
you're just sad to see it come to an end.
I'm sad to see it come to an end. The Carolina Panthers took care of business.
Absolutely. So, again, one of the greatest bits in the history of Woodward Sports, Spencer Raxter got 3 months worth of content from the Carolina Panthers.
Hey.
What a ride.
Hey, we tried.
I wish I knew. It's too bad my guy Sawyer's with the Atlanta Falcons and not Carolina. We got to get Spencer a Carolina Panthers Spenmo jersey.
Hey, I would rock it for sure.
That would be elite. That's your squad.
It is.
You never wavered.
Nope.
He believed.
He never wavered.
He believed the whole time.
Are we getting him a Bryce Young jersey?
I'd like to. I'd like to get him a custom Spenmo one.
Spitty got a discount code at the cemetery for the
What number are you?
Panthers,
Spending 56 or something?
He's got to be 69, right?
I was 78 in high school.
78.
Yeah. Yes, that is funny. Woodward Sports Super Chats, jump into there. Get your thoughts out there. And let me clean up a couple of these. Where were we? DNC ENT. Who's more aggressive at the trade deadline between the teams and LCA? I'm not tapped into the Wings like that, but I don't think much is happening with the Pistons. DNC ENT, I think in terms of gravity of a move, I think the Red Wings are more likely to make a, quote, bigger one to the people. The Pistons, watch them use that TPE, that traded player exception. And this is like, it's geeky, and I know there are some of you in there that are like, what do you mean, Neal? It's not geeky. I get that. Basically, they can add a player for free using this exception. I think it's around $14 million or something like that. I forget the exact number. Like a Bobby Portis.
Boy, I would love that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably a shooter of some degree.
Yeah.
I would think. So that depends on your definition of aggressive DNC ENT. So, but yeah, Woodward Sports, Professor, what is this? Conklinkasel. All right, whatever. Hey, guys, congrats on reaching 100,000 subs. Making my workouts fun since 2024. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. Dabber, I'm going to do yours in a second. All right. KG, who you putting in the sports coffin? Rest in peace Tuesday. Brought to you by Art and Jakes.
Oh, I've been waiting on this one. I've been waiting a long time for this one. Aaron Rodgers, get your ass in the ground. It is over with. I'm sick of it. You are done. You are cooked. I told you. I told all of you. Just wait on it. We had to wait 3 quarters for it, but the Houston Texans delivered the death of Aaron Rodgers. It is over. And you up at the podium talking about I need to see how I feel. We don't love you like that. Nobody cares.
Chasing that farewell tour.
Right, go home. Go home, Roger. It is over. Nobody wants to see you again, and you probably just got Mike Tomlin fired.
I love it.
Hey.
Dante, 151.
Good riddance, you son of a
51.
bitch.
Spenny will be the Panthers. KG will be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Doesn't know about you and I.
Yeah.
But on brand, that was minus 420. The KG pick to put in the coffin. You were standing, dude. You was out there early.
I was.
You beat the excavator to the site.
Yeah. I smelled the body. They didn't believe me. I smelled it in New York, and they just, for some reason, it got to Pittsburgh.
It just took this long to process.
Yeah, man. Walking fucking dead. Thank God that's over.
It is great. I have a spin on that one when I go. Darren McCarty, who you putting in the sports coffin?
All right, I'm taking the low-hanging fruit.
Yes.
And it's been 5 years.
Everybody
But
is.
that $100,000 or 100,000K follower moniker is out the door. We can bury it.
Yeah.
All of you out there in the chat thread supporting, no matter where you were, across the world. Across the world.
That's what
We
blows
did
me
it together. And that's the thing. So they can never say of what you didn't accomplish, right? And you look back and I look back and you'll see different pictures and we'll bring up different memories and stuff like this. But the collective did it, right? We did it all together no matter what, whether we agree, whether we disagree, to whatever, to bring it about Detroit sports. And what do I always say? It's not about the sport. When Woodward Sports is about the people first, right? And you're showing that, and this gets us along the lines in this 5 years. So, in the coffin, we're looking, right? Now we're into six digits and more. So keep pushing. Thank you to everybody out there for all the love, the support, everything for all of us here. So because it's like making a team, and it's like accomplishing something that you put your mind to that took work, right? It's like sobriety, right? It's like weight loss. It's like all the different things. So being all a part of it, and everybody, whether you agree or disagree to whatever, you guys out there are all a part of it. So that's it. The five numbers are now 6, moving up, and can't wait. Well, how long it takes to get to 7.
Well said, D-Mac. Well said. Yeah, that's what blows me away, man. Like the worldwide
It's
representation.
where we're talking about our things that we love and with the commonality, right? But it's coming together as the people and the more and more. So shout out to everybody behind the scenes that produces it to you guys, whether you're sitting at work, whether you're in the gym, whether you're listening
on
down the road on the airplanes, whether you're checking out all the goofy clips, whatever show you love the best, whichever one you follow and supporting and stuff like that, we do appreciate it.
Woodward Sports Super Chat, sideless in the Super Chat. Congrats on the 100K. Everyone's hard work making it happen. Thank you, my friend. Definitely appreciate that. For me, it's a subsection of the Aaron Rodgers Rest in Peace, brought to you by Art and Jakes. For me, rest in peace, Mike Tomlin haters. You gonna fire this man?
Talk about it.
All he did, that corpse that was out there on the field yesterday, that Walking Dead zombie, that peyote, darkness retreat zombie. Mike Tomlin took that man to the playoffs. And I told you guys, I said, because you guys know where I am with Mike Tomlin. Aaron, let me go backwards. Through the years, Aaron Rodgers this year, Russell Wilson the year before, with Justin Fields. That was his quarterback room last year that went to the playoffs. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. The year before that, the trilogy of Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mitchell Trubisky. The year before that, Kenny Pickett. The year before that, 100-year-old Ben Roethlisberger. Nothing changes with Mike Tomlin. They just keep going to the playoffs. And I told you guys this. It was a good spot for me to be in because if they didn't make it, it wasn't Mike Tomlin's fault. It was Aaron Rodgers' fault. But they did make it. And then you saw in the end, that was not a playoff team.
No.
Not for a second.
Not even close.
But you are when Mike Tomlin's your coach. So shout out to Mike Tomlin. Rest in peace to all the Mike Tomlin haters. Give me a pair of aviators. You cannot fire that man, Pittsburgh.
They will.
He walks on.
You think they're going to fire Mike Tomlin?
Dude,
Yeah,
the
it's over.
Steelers organization, you're dumb if you fire Mike Tomlin. Did you hear the list of quarterbacks that this man has gotten to the playoffs? Tomlin did that.
Talk about rest in peace. I thought you were naming guys in the coffin. I mean,
Right.
did every one of those quarterbacks get buried?
Yeah, pretty much.
Every one of them's in the quarterback coffin. There's no doubt about it, man.
So
he does. He
Mike
walks
Tomlin
on
likes
water.
to play with the dead.
Yeah, it is absolutely unbelievable, man. Woodward Sports Super Chats. Justin O'Brien Super Duper Chat. No more Super Chats for the rest of the year for me, LOL. So one last time, everything we do here is for comedic and satirical purposes. We do not promote sexual gratification or the injury of others in any way. Please don't sue us. Thank you. Mr. DEI Slaughter, congrats on the 100K, Neal, D-Mac, Spenmo, and KG. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Dan Wisco, way to go, D-Mac and Fedorov. What a great night. I still wear those jerseys from the 90s. I want the damn D-Mac goodies. You're in there. You're in there. You're in the drawing for it. Sideless. Rest in peace to the Packers Super Bowl window. Yeah, I'll sit in the chair and watch your downfall. Your fans want half the team run out of town. Good day, sir. Yeah. I love a good day, sir, on the end of everything. It is great. Easy does it in the Super Chat. Congratulations on 100K. Let's go Red Wings. So there's that as
Currently
well.
41 entries on the prize wheel.
There you go. So Spencer's dropping them in there as he goes, and at the end we will do it. Mike G, I can't read that one because it's going to get us flagged because it's monitored by AI,
Of course,
right?
yeah, Mike G.
Yeah.
It's
So
always
sorry,
Mike
Mike
G.
G.
Shut up, man.
Yes.
Way to go, Mike G.
There you go.
On brand, Mike G.
DNC ENT in the Super Chat. It's Tomlin's fault. Aaron Rodgers, Russ Wilson, Duck Hodgins, Mason Rudolph were his QBs. Hang up the BS, no losing seasons. It's Tomlin's fault they haven't won a playoff game in a decade.
I'm sorry, he don't draft. I mean, he's in the room, but he don't actually make the pick.
You keep giving that guy egg noodles and ketchup, and he makes you 5-star pasta meals out of it.
Yeah.
DNC ENT guy, at what point do they have to, get him some ingredients to cook with, man?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Hey, he's done it with all these guys. Who else? What other coaches would have gotten that list of quarterbacks into the playoffs? Their defense ain't that defense anymore either.
No, it's not.
Troy Polamalu ain't walking through that door.
But sometimes you just wear out your welcome somewhere, and it's just at that point with them.
No,
They don't let him go.
It wasn't because of him.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. All right. I know we're late for the break, Spenny. Sorry.
Where are we going?
What do we have? Sun Cruiser, right? I enjoyed one of those yesterday evening, as a matter of fact. There were a lot of people out there enjoying them as well. Proud partner of the Detroit Lions, real iced tea, real vodka, and again, just 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, 1 gram of sugar. Bing, bang, boom, man. And no bubbles. You can drink them all night long. They are smooth. I love them. Spenny loves them. I keep them in the fridge year-round. You will keep them in the fridge year-round. Next time you're grocery shopping, because they're available everywhere, just try a 4-pack, guys. For real, just try a 4-pack. You'll see. You'll all see. Sun Cruiser, proud partner of the Detroit Lions.
What about Sharon's?
Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. KG knows.
Oh, yeah.
Furnace went out. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning was the call. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning came out, remedied the situation. How's that furnace now, KG?
Oh, working like a charm.
Yep,
baby.
he turned it up to 78 degrees.
For no reason.
Sweating in there for no reason. But you can do that. No,
With
but
shorts on.
Yeah, if the furnace goes out, the AC goes out, that's the move, everybody. SharonsHeating.com. You can schedule appointments online. And, it's not just heaters and air conditioners. Water heaters they do, whole home generators. Take a spin around the website. You can get a free instant quote. You can take a look at financing options. All of it is right there for you. Very easy to understand. Scan the QR code on the screen. Request that service. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Keeping Michigan families comfortable and safe since 1983, everybody. Come on now.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. VenFights.com.
Neal Ruhl here for Ven Johnson Law. Whatever your justice means to you, whatever your justice is, settlements, verdicts, Ven Johnson Law is the move. Go to VenFights.com. Look, these legal proceedings will have a lasting impact on your life. Yes, it's important. You need tough, tenacious trial lawyers. When you're looking for an attorney, look no further than VenFights.com. Get the fighter. Get Ven Johnson Law on your side.
Mr. Vapor Soar is a next-generation cannabis vape brand engineered for control, consistency, and clean delivery. The product line utilizes cutting-edge tech and streamlined design to meet the demands of experienced cannabis consumers. Introducing the all-new premium 3G disposable THC vape. Available in Berry Skittles, Blueberry Gelato, Bombsicle OG, Lemon Haze, Lush Ice, Phantom Punch, Rainbow Runch, Strawberry Satori, and Vanilla Kush. Available in a dispensary near you. Find the store locator map online at www.mrvaporstore.com. Follow them on Instagram at mr.vaporstore.
All right, we're back at it. Big D Energy, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, still running the thing in the super chat there. We're giving away a signed card plaque of Mr. Darren McCarty, Stanley Cup card. He inscribed these Stanley Cup years on there. So just drop a super chat. You're automatically entered, and Spencer's keeping track of them all. And we will do a drawing at the end of the show. Woodward Sports chat, Dante 151. Maybe the Steelers should trade TJ Watt to the Lions because he's not doing anything in Pittsburgh. LOL. DNC ENT pushing back. Maybe, just maybe, a top 10 pick in the draft is, beneficial. Well, DNC ENT, that's not up to Mike Tomlin to make that decision. That's up to ownership and management.
Yep.
Then tear it down. Right?
Yeah, the fact they haven't had a quarterback since Ben is asinine.
But they go to the playoffs every year.
It's crazy.
Without a quarterback.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who has been there the whole time?
It's just time for them to separate, though. Like, I feel it.
Well, but if you're going to do that, then you got to change your philosophy and tear it down.
All the way, yes.
All the way down.
To the studs.
TJ Watt.
Everybody. Yeah.
Everybody, man.
Got to do what the Jets doing right now.
You got to get the assets, dude. Like, 100% you have to.
And I just put something in the chat, and I pinned it to the top. It's one of my best friends is dropping his debut EP, Slow Pony. He's dropping that soon. So
nice.
If you go to Instagram and share that post for him, I'd appreciate it.
Is he fire?
It's my boy Adam. Yeah, he's really good, extremely talented. I remember when he first picked up the guitar, and like now to see what he does, and he fucking rips. So it's awesome to see him, have that trajectory, and he deserves it. So go smash that like button and share that post for him. I'd appreciate it.
When he plays LCA or Pine Knob, bring him on the show.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, 100%. For real. Like, hey, we discovered you.
He plays with he's doing his own thing now, obviously with the EP, but he plays with the band the Starlings a lot. If anybody's familiar with kind of the like Detroit more alternative scene, the Starlings are a pretty big band. They opened for the White Stripes at Ford Field. Nice. So yeah, make sure you guys go check it out.
Yeah, next big show he's playing, bring him on, man. Say, hey, we discovered you. So yeah, we can definitely do that. I love doing that. That's the other thing I like about like our show, like with the 100,000 subs and all that stuff. We bring like local people on, like a Josh Parisian or whatever, like a local guy that fights in UFC. Like you guys like get behind everybody. And that stuff you don't get like on the flagship, and they just do the hope and the fear and the lion stuff all the time. I really love the way that you guys get behind like the local stuff that we do. So that's another big thank you. When there's like events going on that we promote, it's very, very cool. Steve Wilds in the super chat to enter for the prize. Hey man, keeping it real, right? I got DNC ENT's one about that it's Tomlin's fault, right? I can't remember if I did.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So DNC ENT's on that one. All right. Doc Pierce going to join us coming up in just a little bit. But the Lions thing I did want to get to today is, who's interviewing for the Lions OC job today, right?
Is it today?
Yes, sir. That man.
It is today.
He's in town.
That man with the glasses.
What time's he in?
I don't know.
Should I make my way down there with the gift basket?
Hell
think you
yeah.
should.
I'm here to
Think you
make
should.
sure that he has a really good interview.
I think so. Look, Mike, if you're in the Uber right now, or wherever, the black car from the airport, wherever you're, and if you're on your way right there, and you happen to be watching Woodward Sports right now, Mike, let me tell you this: we want to see you get your hands on this offense here in Detroit.
Boy.
One of the best offensive minds in the game. We've seen it. The resume speaks for itself. Mike, come on, man. Set this thing off. I know you're on your way to Allen Park now, and I know you're watching in the car. Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Penei Sewell.
You ain't never had this talent.
Come get a new home.
Hold on. Jared Goff, a quarterback that stays upright.
Jared Goff. Mike, what are we talking about here, man? Let's set this thing off, bro. Turn him loose. 70-point games in the NFL his offense has had when he was down there in Miami. Think about this for a minute.
Let me tell you, get the Lions to a Super Bowl, you're a legend in this town.
A made man forever.
Immediate legend.
Statue in Detroit. Let's do it, Mike. Come on, Mike.
We'll all be on the spectrum. Fuck it.
Come on,
We all
Mike.
got
Mike,
the ticket.
come on. Come on, Mike. Come home. Bring him home, everybody.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
You do not let that man leave the building.
Facts.
Mike, don't leave the building.
Please.
Dan, Brad, come on now. Let's light the fuse, man, and set this thing off.
So is this one of those things, like I see a lot in the chat, don't let him leave the building. Is this one of those things, if they really want him to do whatever, that they'll throw that offer at him? Or is this a due diligence thing? Or is this because there's other coaches out there? How does this play out from our side?
He's not going to sign today because he's interviewed. Which job did he interview for? Atlanta or the Giants?
He's
or Cleveland?
scheduled to interview for Atlanta, Cleveland, Tennessee, and Baltimore.
Yeah, so it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be that. Where they're like, all right, you're locked in here. Oh, the key card's stuck. We can't get out. Here, sit at this. Oh, look at this piece of paper on the desk. No, I don't think. I don't think it's going to be like that. But. Again, some things will have to fall right, I think. But if he doesn't get the head coaching job, any of those head coaching jobs, why would you, Mike? I understand, right? You want to get back in the waters and you get offered the head coaching job. Mike, I understand. I do, 1,000,000%. But if you don't, you'll be a made man forever. You'll be a part of history forever.
Yeah.
Look at these toys you get to play with in this sandbox, Mike. Come on.
Even if you want to leave, you'll get your pick of the litter after you're done here.
Look around, yeah. Look at what happens to offensive coordinators that leave here, man.
No, look at Ben Johnson. Look at him. Shining.
He is.
Shining.
They're playing for the right to host the NFC Championship game, potentially. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You can name your job after that, Mike. Come on, Mike. Come home.
Speaking of Mike, I'm looking at the strays being thrown around in this chat thread. Mike 07842. Mike would be an elite OC even if he dresses like Anson.
He just a little better than Anson, I'd say that.
No, you can wear the tight cuff sweatpants. Like 100% you can.
Oh, no, you
man.
come to Detroit, we going to get you together.
Yeah.
we going to get you right. You're going to be looking good.
Oh, yeah, KG?
Oh, yeah. No,
you stepping in front of that?
No, we look good over here.
No,
man.
I know
I
we do,
can
but
style him.
100%. I'm saying, but you're offering your services to Mike McDaniel.
No, absolutely. We'll take
him all
him,
fresh.
get him some Cardi frames. You feel me? You got to earn your bus, but if you get them, you got them for life.
7 of 9 yards in the super chat. Had class this AM, so I'm a bit behind on the stream. Congrats on 100,000 subs. You guys are great. Thank you. Brendan Edwards. Well, Jordan Addison is gone, arrested again. Neal, for real? I didn't hear that. I'll have to take a look at that. Jay Ratliff, get them buffs ready. Bring them home. We gave him gave him a pair of buffs when he landed, right?
Nah, you got it.
You got to get those South Florida sunglasses on. Get the buffs on, baby.
Nah,
Let's go.
We got to wait. You don't just get hand them out willy-nilly, but we'll get there.
If he signs.
We
got him.
a pair for him. We got a starter pair.
Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison was arrested early Monday morning in Florida on the charge of first-degree misdemeanor for trespassing in an occupied structure or conveyance.
Oh, that ain't shit.
So, yeah.
Some white person got that.
But he ain't good enough to be doing that stuff and everyone just like dismissing it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
Come on, man. Dumbo Jumbo, it sure would be satirical if we all prevented McDaniels from leaving Allen Park. Congrats on 100,000 subs, fellas. Appreciate it. And again, Mike said, don't let Mike leave without a done deal. Guys, we can't do that because he's still in the mix for head coaching jobs. But again, Mike, we'll get you buffs.
Yeah.
KG, we'll get you squared away. Do you think he'd be more east side or west side?
Oh, west side for sure.
Yeah?
West side.
Why is that?
Most definitely. I mean, we do it right on the west side. Like I said, it's the glamour side. We'll get him. We'll make sure he got a nice fit for the games, nice jacket. We'll get him some buffs. We'll take care of him. Best weed in the country. I saw DNC say that. We'll get him nice and high so he's not, because the anxiety. Somebody that's on the spectrum, he get a little anxious sometimes. So
I got that covered.
Yeah, we going to take care of him.
Got the anxiety stuff. I think I gave you one the other night.
Oh, you absolutely did. And the wife loved it, by the way. She told me to tell you.
I'm always making sure she's the.
Oh yeah,
she's the critic.
She appreciates it.
I'll give you dirt weed, bro.
Yeah, I get
you, but not her. She's elite.
I respect that, man.
Shad 216.
I know you would.
Think about this. Mike McDaniel with the buffs on.
Oh. I already see it.
He'd love it here.
Oh, we done already photoshopped it somewhere.
Have we done it?
Somebody done photoshopped it. Yeah.
With the buffs on?
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying
how did I miss
it doesn't look out of place.
It don't.
Come on. One time, man.
Him sitting next to Dan, man. Come on. We'll make him a little tough, too. Do some push-ups. Like, come on. Do some up-downs with Dan. Like, I think it can work.
Spenny, how slappy would... If he didn't leave, if they signed him...
That would be insane.
What would the Slapfest meter tomorrow be?
10.
1,000?
Immediately 10. Yeah.
Brad, that's an easy way to earn some brownie points back with the fan base. I know you ain't really searching for that, but you do that one.
Oh, man.
We riding for the offseason.
Mike G, Western Wayne County in the house. Yeah, dude, Love is Real. It's on Woodward socials. I missed that one. Those guys are in there just banging out content all the time. AC 1058 in the super chat. Hey, yo, fat girl, come here. Are you ticulous? Yeah, I caught you.
Y'all gotta stop with that one. Chef don't
Great
look
I
like
like my oatmeal lumpy.
Mike O says Mike would fit more in at Grosse Pointe, which is east side.
Hey, we got all the areas for him. We take it to the burbs if you feel more comfortable.
Hey, you can come chill with me in Royal Oak.
Yeah, man.
Think about Larry Buss. Think about Mike McDaniel with a quarterback that doesn't get a concussion.
Or barely gets injured.
Right. Like, man, I'm getting excited. Like, I'm getting overly excited thinking about this right now.
It just makes too much sense, man. It makes way
If
too
he's
much
not a head coach, there's no reason why he shouldn't be the offensive coordinator for the Lions.
Well, that's the only thing, right? What's holding him back from taking? Is this the best OC job out there?
Yes.
He's not interviewing for any other OC jobs.
I haven't heard it.
You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on if one of these teams, are going to take a flyer on him. Put yourself in his position. You got to exhaust all your options unless it's not money or your incentive is knowing what the payoff would be if you brought greatness to this organization. It would set you up. If he came here as OC, won a Super Bowl, then he's writing his own ticket. He's gone the next year. He's here for 1 year, right? Like, that's like the conversation. Maybe you can entice him on that. Give him enough. Because that's the one thing, right? Are you afraid that Sheila won't sign the check, whatever that check is?
No.
I'm not. She will. If that's the guy that they believe that it is. On a 1 year, can you get paid, enough on a 1 year with if continuing your success as a head coach, this will get you further along, right? So, I mean, I think it's more in play, but I don't know Mike McDaniel, and I don't know his motivations.
Chuck Brewer also depends on how he interviews. Will his thought process with Brad and Dan's thought processes match up? I always wondered that.
They're already pretty familiar with each other.
Right.
I think, but where does the priority for thought process? It has to go more football, right? Like at this point, as long as it's more football, you're gonna figure out how to fit into the culture now. As long as you're not like a DB or somebody that is bigger than that, but it almost looks like, you know, if you hear coming out of the Dolphins, because they didn't fire him right away, it wasn't until after his meeting with the owner.
Yeah.
Right? So he pretty much just said, I'm done. Right? Neal walked in, sabotaged his own interview, and then, you know, like move on. So to me, if somebody was close to him, knows what his motivations are, because I think he knows.
Right.
They said he was emotional behind, you know, him being let go from the Dolphins. So just, you know, chew on that.
Yeah.
It seems like he's dedicated. I'll say that. So.
Yeah, it's just I wonder what that process is like. Like, you know his resume, obviously. Yeah. You know him. Like, you know, in the circles, like they all know each other. I wonder what that's like. I should ask that next time. Like I'm talking to Steve Eiserman or somebody like that. You know, I'd be curious. What is an interview for a coach like? Because you know these guys.
Yeah.
You know what their resume is. You know all of it. Oh, you got any guesses, D-Mac? Like, what do you think it is? Because you're not very much not in coaching. Or GMing.
I don't know. I think it's just the philosophies of what needs to be done. You know, what steps do we need to take and focus on? You know, more so if somebody's saying, oh, you know what, I'm going to focus on defense when you need scoring. Well, that's not your guy, right? So I think it's more philosophy. I think it, like where you're at, and specifically with this Detroit Lions teams in this window with the talent you have in an offense, it's like something that you would be looking for a guy that, from the organization, you don't want to be in the same position to hire a guy and have to relieve him throughout the season. It's been done twice now, right? You want to have a guy that you know you're going to go with, right? And I think in this situation, when you're looking at a McDaniel or somebody who has aspirations of getting back in the coaching, like we can all agree on that, right?
Right.
We think he's not done being a head coach. It's just maybe take that time away, take that year, and when you look at it, what can put you in the best possible position to get back to that long-term deal with somebody, you know? And to me, as an offensive coordinator, with what's going on here and the team, you got to look in here. To me, it's more of I look at our here in Detroit more like one of those head coaching jobs, except it's a 1 year, maybe a 2 year deal with an option to get out for a coach.
Yeah, and I talked about this, I think, on Monday, but also the DJCI brings it up. He's going to be working for free no matter how much we pay him, so he'd use it for a resume builder. And Mike O says, write the check, Sheila. Like, yeah, he's got offset language in his contract, so what that means is any money he makes, the Dolphins take that away from the money they owe him, like, you know, from the guarantee of his contract. So, you know, say the Dolphins owe him $10 million a year. If he takes $2 million from the Lions, then the Dolphins only give him $8 million.
Right, and your argument is like, why do you sit out a year to get paid, whatever, like this?
To not work for free.
To not work for free, and unless my answer to that would be, well, if your motivation that there's a position out there that can further you along to make that next check even bigger, then, you know, you sort of offset it so that the worst you're making the same salary.
Bingo. Like, that's what it is. Sideless in the Super Chat. And then we hire Matt LaFleur for the redemption tour after Mike leaves here. He's got it all figured out, man.
Right?
My understanding is they're working on an extension for Matt LaFleur for some reason.
We'll see how long that lasts, though.
Yeah.
You keep bottoming out in the playoffs, that'll change.
Man. Town will go crazy. Town will go absolutely crazy. All right. Dr. Pierce is going to be here in about 6 minutes, I'm told. What do you want to do, Spenny?
Just go to break.
Go to break. All right. Where are we going?
Tell us about buddies.
Buddy's Pizza, everybody, the original Detroit-style pizza. Since 1946, they invented it. You see this craze, all these chain places all around, hey, Detroit-style pizza. And there's Buddy's, the OGs of the game, and you can have 10% off your next pizza order. Go to buddyspizza.com and use the promo code 10meal. They'll save you 10%. And look, you're going to buy Buddy's Pizza anyway because everybody does, because they're a Detroit original. There's over 20 Buddy's locations around the Detroit and Metro Detroit area. And again, it's as good as it gets, everybody. The tradition that is Buddy's Pizza. Use the promo code 10meal. Get 10% off of Buddy's, the original Detroit-style pizza since 1946. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Let's face it, no matter what we do, we all have our aches and pains to deal with on a daily basis. Providing you with reliable relief so that you can live your best life is what Chill Medicated is here to do. Chill Medicated's line of topical products are non-transdermal, meaning it does not get you high, making it the perfect fit for all-day use in any environment. Find reliable relief where it matters most. Pain may be inevitable, but suffering is not. Try it today. ChillMedicatedCBD.com.
Friend of mine just sent this, by the way, back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl. We have D-Mac here in the house, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Super Chat. Everyone that dropped a Super Chat today, you're entered into the drawing for the D-Mac signed Stanley Cup card in a plaque. He inscribed the Stanley Cup years on there as well. So we're giving that one away. Spenny's taking care of it, getting it all loaded up. At the end of the show, we will go ahead and we will give that away. Dr. Pierce coming in here in about 5 minutes. I don't know if you guys saw this. I probably should have sent it to Spenny. That was dumb of me to not do that. But I guess Jalen Duren's on the cover of Slam magazine.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
I saw it. Well, I didn't see the cover, but I saw he was gonna be on.
Yeah, I can grab it.
Dude's not even 24 yet. Look at this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Unbelievable boy.
He is. He's a monster, man. A monster. Spenny, you had it on the show sheet. The Pistons don't play again till what? Friday?
Yeah. Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday. A lot of days off right there. I think it all kind of makes sense. And Spenny, I did want to ask you about that because they sat everybody on Saturday night. Unfortunately, you guys were in the building for that game.
Yep.
But I think that they were just looking to maximize. They basically got an all-star break for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, they did it on purpose.
Yeah, without it being the all-star break.
Right.
You know, yeah, and you can see that, and it's just it's a part of a strategy that you have to use, man, because you got to be healthy, and everything is a grind. So I hope that people weren't too upset about that. But here's the cover of Slam magazine. D-Mac, did you look like that when you were 23?
That's a fire cover.
What? If I looked like that, I would have killed guys.
That's pretty cool, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out JD.
I see what he did at the Ben Wallace armbands too.
Hell yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throwback there.
Yes. Larry Buss, this last place schedule has locked the Lions in an all-you-can-eat buffet, and you add Mike McDaniel to that, let's go. No, and yeah, the schedule is that was my biggest thing. That's why Like, I really wanted the Vikings to win or the Lions lose that last game. Fortunately, the Vikings lost, so that locked it up. Maz's carpetbag, great timing, because I was going to ask this question literally right now. Is anybody giving Miami any kind of chance against Indiana in the national title game?
I mean, they defense can work some things, but
No.
I don't know about Carson Beck.
Dude, the way Cignetti has this team playing, like there's one thing when the coach says, "Oh, we want to play this way, that way, or whatever," but you listen how it's play to play, 6 seconds, this and that. They live by that. They've shown that sort of enough now that in the national, the fact that it's a tournament now and stuff like this, you see it more because, we're watching Indiana games. I wasn't watching Indiana games earlier in the year, but the process. And so the question is, can Beck outplay Mendoza? No.
No,
I don't
probably
think
not.
the way Mendoza's playing. He hasn't shown me the chink in the armor, right? With his throws and the way that they can be. Yes, I think it'll be a closer game. It'll be the closest game Indiana's played, but I think it's still what we're seeing. I love Cignetti. You go back, and he was on College Game Day like a few years ago when he was talking about what was it, Coastal.
No, he's at James Madison.
James Madison, and he's
Shout out the
trucking
Dukes.
ranked teams, right? And he makes a point. We don't just beat them; we truck them.
Yeah.
He's doing the same thing now. So it's that system, and why I believe in him is because to a man on every facet of the ball, that's what you see. They're a machine, bro.
And it's only getting better from here,
they're a
Matt.
machine, and
It's only getting better from here.
Yeah, they're gonna be better
and
next year.
this
Yeah.
might be right over the next few years his weakest team.
Yeah, for real. But if Sid get this done this year, build the statue. Like he has in 1 year really asserted himself as the new face of the Big Ten.
And it's just matter of factly. Like, this is what it is. This is what it's sort of you and I having a conversation sometimes about facts.
Yeah.
It's just, this is the way it is. This is what you're going to do. And the way that until you show me that somebody has an answer in some sort of, because you may be able to get him for a play. You may be able to get him for some series. You may be able to use your run and attack and some of your weapons and your athletes. But at the end of the day, it's just that resilience and it's just that execution over and over and over again.
That front four for Miami, though,
It's pretty mean.
can change. But the nature of how they play, they can change a game, and that's something that we talk about. Where
Well, they're going to have to.
one play flips a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they do have the size advantage in terms of trenches compared to what Indiana is rolling out. So that's their only advantage.
And the way Miami has run the football in these playoffs,
It's
like
been
it's
pretty
old
good.
school. It is old school, like
They wear you down.
the U football.
Yeah.
Defense like smacks people, dude. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
I would take the 8.5, like 100%. I would take the 8.5 if I were looking at it. I think Miami's definitely got a shot in this game. They have NFL talent on the front, NFL talent across the board.
Yeah, I mean, they're not winning though. It's just like I love Kurt Cignetti, and when he came out there, he said, "We don't just beat top 10 teams; we beat the shit out of them." I was like, "Oh, okay," and then he does, and he goes out there and he bears his team. So I'm excited. I'm rooting for Indiana, and I wouldn't be mad if Miami won because that'd be cool to see too. But I want Sig to finish it off.
Hey, I get it. I do. Just you start getting up towards double digits, man. With a front like that. Now, granted, they will have to make some kind of splash play.
I mean,
like the pick six against Ohio State.
100%.
They're sack fumble.
What you're talking about is they're going to have to get a couple turnovers. They're going to have to change the field, the possession game,
but it's
or
not
whatever
unrealistic
like that.
to ask that out of that defense.
No.
No,
I just think that the offensive line is garbage from Indiana. Their biggest test, but I think they're up for it. Like that's the whole thing. It's like Army's going to battle. Which one are you more confident is going to come out and run their plays?
There's a huge coaching advantage for Indiana, like huge. Like we've seen Cristobal melt down. Like Miami has overcome that to some degree.
Well, they got talent. Like there's no question that they have some of the greatest talent, right? But can they put it all together?
Woodward Sports chat thread, Maz's carpetbag. IU is going to be inarguably the best college football team since LSU with Burrow. If they win, yes. Indiana bullied Ohio and pressured the crap out of Sahan. Yeah, I mean, I keep going back to how tested was Ohio State, though. Like we were sold a bill of goods, I think, on Ohio State this year. I mean, just because they held but we fell for it because they held a generational quarterback to like 170 feet of passing. So
This guy right here.
you got to be good. Speaking of good, the doc is here, everybody. That is right. It is Tuesdays, as we always do, with Dr. Pierce, courtesy of the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. His visit's powered by MRI of Southfield. Doc, I appreciate you pulling up here in the studio as always. And I guess, Doc, like my very first thing, obviously we've talked a lot of Sergei Fedorov, a lot about Sergei. What you worked with him very, very closely, obviously. Just what are some of your what are some of your memories? What are some of your takeaways from your time working with Sergei?
You mean the stuff I can talk about?
Yes. Yes.
No, I feel bad I wasn't there last night. I mean, that was a special group, a lot of memories, a lot of like the folder unfolding for me. But Sergei himself, look, we went through Sergei, like Max said, he was there the year Sergei kind of won the Hart and a couple trophies with Yzerman. I mean, he fit in. I think Scotty Bowman is underrated on how he handled he was an unbelievable talent. As a person, as a human, he was a great person that he was a little misunderstood. But one-on-one, he was a very generous guy, knew his talent, kind of got to his head a little, but then he backed it up, right? As far as injury-wise, he wasn't too injured. This guy was really proactive.
He always played, right?
He always played. I mean, he played injured. I mean, he had that Russian mentality that you play through everything. And there's a different mindset coming out of Russia playing versus some of our players here. But hockey, they play through everything. I mean, they play through broken bones, lacerations, everything. Fedorov definitely fit that bill as a grinder on the ice for sure. But unbelievable talent. His physique, his body was always amazing. How powerful his legs were and how he could change directions with that kind of size. But as a person, probably the funnest story is being in Larionov's farewell games in Moscow. And Sergei felt, Larionov was so busy, he felt like he was our ambassador. And the night we were in the square was freezing. I mean, we were up on the top overlooking with the Russian bear, doing the ballet, and it was so cold. I actually took a shot of vodka, which was the first time I've ever done that, just to warm my body. Up. And Sergei bought us all the Russian hats in the square from a guy that was selling them for $25 a piece that moment. He bought everybody one, and I came back the next day. It was a little warmer. They were like $5 to $10 that day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But like a babushka or whatever they're called?
Whatever, the typical Russian hat. So it was great.
No, absolutely. And that's kind of my takeaway, too. Like, he never missed games. Ever.
No.
Ever. How does he do it? What did he play, 15 years in the league, 16 years, 17? I forget the exact number, but what does it take to do that, Doc, at that high of a level?
He was very close with the masseuse was also from Russia. I mean, he had a routine. He had a routine going in training, he had a routine leaving. He had a cool down and warm up. He had all that. I mean, you don't see the work these guys put in. Like the Red Wing locker room and the weight room, for all the players was always busy after the game. These guys weren't showering and leaving. They were taking care of their bodies. When we were in that run where all those games were being played, they were very in tune to, the secret sauce wasn't as powerful back then, but there were other things going on. But these guys were in tune to their body. I mean, there was a locker room mentality. Max being awfully quiet over there, I'm a little scared.
No, because you're rolling right now.
Yeah. I mean,
no lies detected, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, that, I'd like to take a little credit, but I probably don't get any. But I was very focused on prevention, not reactive, but proactive. And these guys led it. And it was easy to talk to them. I mean, like Yzerman as a leader, I know, Matt got asked the question, was there something between them? No, they were learning how to complement each other. And Yzerman was a great big brother to him. And I think he's credited to how great Fedorov became in the Russian Five. There's no question what they delivered to us and the style of play. But it also goes back with what I used as, because those were my young years. Those were the years I was with Little Caesar hockey and all those AAA teams, and how to translate what they were doing. We had the Sweden model, we had the Russian model, which really at the end is a better model than the American model of how to play hockey.
And I was going to ask you about that, Doc, because coming from Russia, where hockey is more regimented for the youth, even I would imagine, because you're talking like national team programs and things like that. The professionalism.
Well, how they were selected too is a bigger difference too.
Right.
Don't remember, you had to be selected. You had to be a certain size, certain speeds, everything at a very young age to qualify to go to that level. I always wonder how Larionov fed in, but that's a different story.
Absolutely.
His brain on hockey was very different. And probably the most I learned was from Lindstrom. The way Sweden did it is they didn't let you play a game. It was all strategy and understanding the game and the movement of the game.
That's been my point about, and this is a different tangent. That's been my point about youth sports forever here, the AAU culture, and if you win trophies, you're developing. No, you're not, man. No. You're not, especially but that's a different topic for a different day.
We'll pick that
remember, in today's day and age, it's different. You don't have to fight to be seen. Somebody's going to see you. Somebody's going to get you. So what's more important when you're younger, from the the retired guys that have done stuff, go where you're going to get playing time and development. The development, the coach. It's not about wins or losses. Who's going to develop you not only as a person, but that team or whatever. You need ice time, and you gotta play. It's not the wins and losses at that level.
It's the coach and the mentality, especially at that young age. It's the coordination. It's taking these kids that may be early developers, but if they don't develop the skill set, they're going to win just because of their size and then lose out later on. I mean, I love, we talk about Will Horkoff. I mean, he's a great example of pure understanding the game, learning the game, understanding at the nth degree, and then playing the game. And he's become a very large player, at 6'4", 6'5". But, he's a good example of a good American story. But still, it was about winning games with him, too. But I don't know where you wanted to go.
Oh, no, Doc.
Fedorov is... Look,
he's good. Move on. Yeah, right.
No, he's not. Good isn't even the right word. I mean, he's phenomenal. I know he got some bad press here. I like how he said, my biggest mistake was leaving. And that was, there was a lot of people in his head. And he was great. So he should have been told he was great, which he was. But, Eisenman was great too. There was just a different way. And that gets down to mental, the mental acceptance and the mental integrity of people too. Yeah. I know we don't want to go into the Ivy thing, but there's a lot of mental. We can pick on golf versus Stafford. That mental is really showing in a lot of ways. I don't know if it's because I'm on this position now, but it's becoming much more evident how the strength of the brain and the understanding who's backing you, who's supporting you. Is the team favorable? Are they you're on the way out? I mean, I can give you a dozen Red Wings stories of guys that got traded just because the locker room kind of turned and they felt like a guest in the locker room. You got to feel welcome in that locker room with those players when it's a game like that, especially the way the Red Wings played back then. That was a team event for sure. I mean, Bowman turned that into a team event, with a different mindset. The psyche of Bowman could be studied and talked about for years.
All right, Doc, I wanted to change up on you here.
All right.
The big news out of the football weekend, right? The 49ers, all kinds of banged up. They lose George Kittle. They still get a win against Philadelphia. It feels like every organization, and we know it intimately here, has bad injury situations going on. And I know we've touched on this in the past, but I got a little bit different spin on it, Doc. I'm going to make you in charge of the NFL. Your goal is to figure out a way to get the best product on the field at the time of the playoffs. So I give you full control, Doc, from a health perspective, keeping your product healthy, your players healthy. My suspicion would be that playing Sunday, then playing Thursday, and then playing Sunday again, and then playing on a Wednesday, all that stuff. My suspicion would be you would probably maybe get rid of that, but I give you full control, Doc. How are you going to get these guys more healthy by the end of the year?
Thanks for leading me into that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the money has gotten a little out of hand.
And you're talking about scheduling TV network money?
Yeah.
Or you talk about player salary? What are you
I'm talking about network money right now because player salary isn't the thing that's changing the Sunday games. It's opportunity, it's bigger audience, it's not competing with yourself, all that. The Netflix, there's money grabs, Prime TV. It's hard to find out where you're watching a game these days. That's number one. Number two, we've talked about the sports science of the abilities of the players. Do we develop, is there more push on the medical community at sports science level to understand, to trigger, to talk to a Kettle who tore his Achilles,
George Kittle,
Kittle, who, why'd that happen? Is it a non-contact? Was he nursing a tight Achilles that he wasn't stressing out because he didn't want to talk about it? Non-contact injuries aren't oh my gosh, it's all the turf, which I know there's a lot of turf, which I think you're leading to. Part of that grip strength, that traction strength, what's the perfect dynamic of it to not be overdone and under? And that's a science thing, and that's going to probably be studied out, just like concussions with helmet. There's going to be more science, more money put into that, which I think we're going to see between now and the next 2 years and 28. But the answer is, can we be more proactive with our players? Can we put them through some type of cycle? Is there some type of screening we put in? Your measurements on the right versus the left are different. You're shorter here. Your tendons are different here. You're more at risk of tearing your Achilles. Pickleball is going to push that huge, that science, because you're seeing a lot of Achilles tears and lower extremity injuries. But to make it safer, number one, we have to have proper recovery. Two, do we put them through some type of measurement? Did you get proper recovery? I think the science is going to only grow tremendously over the next 2 to 3 years. Well, we've seen the science in the last 20 years, the last 5 years, the last 2 years is crazy. Just take helmets and concussion as a great example. We're picking on the turf. We don't know the perfect. We don't know, the chief medical officer of the NFL came out saying there isn't a difference between turf and AstroTurf right now, artificial turf. Is that the thing? There's pros and cons. There's to each, right? The natural turf will give more. It'll gives naturally, but that's bad too because you lose your footing.
Yeah.
Versus there's extra traction where your foot locks in. So there's not going to be a perfect scenario. I hate to be in that position, but we have to have a margin of error.
You're crushing my dreams. All I wanted to hear was, let's give them another bye week and roll. Because, it's a year-round thing anyway.
Right. It's not going to hurt to have one more week of football for this country.
Bingo. Because the Super Bowl goes into the free agency, goes into the draft, goes into training camp. It's year-round, man. Yeah. So just add another week on.
Right, and they could dominate the whole sports world.
Yeah, take over the world.
Yeah.
Take over the world. Doc, we appreciate you stopping by, my friend. As always, thank you, Doc. Good stuff. I put a lot on your plate there. Yeah, we can talk Jay and Ivy next week, for sure.
Yeah, it's just, we want, real quick, just to be a filler, you look at the James Ivy that had just a fibular fracture versus Hutchinson that had a tib fib fracture, which is 2/3 more damage to the body. But I want to think about the mental. Everybody think about the mental, what went on. Hutch had perfect mental. He had perfect support systems. And maybe Ivy's missing some of that. Or he's his maturity level is a little different. You can't judge him. But they're two great examples of I had an injury, accelerated. Ivy, I've had an injury and not woes me, but I'm not where I should be a year out. It's been a year, right? Almost a year.
Yeah.
A year out on a fib fracture. Granted, you have different skill set, but Hutchins is a highly mobile, dynamic player, more comparable to a basketball player than most football players.
Absolutely. All right, Doc, we'll talk to you next Tuesday,
right.
my friend.
See you, Doc.
Dr. Pierce, everybody, Michigan Sports and Spine Center. If you got aches and pains, this is the guy to see, man. All the best athletes in the city of Detroit have gone to him for many, many years. Clean up a couple of super chats here. DNC ENT, speaking of, quote, generational quarterback for real, no troll. What are your thoughts about Witt saying there was no QB coach for Bryce last year, Neal? Well, he's generational. Why would he need a QB coach?
Don't do that. Don't do that, Neal.
Chip, I think
Neal, come on.
Chip Lindsey was
He's not a QB coach.
I know.
That's totally different.
But he developed Drake May.
Did he? Or did University of North Carolina have a QB coach and as well as an offensive coordinator?
Well, I don't know. I was never told that Drake May was generational.
Oh, my God.
Woodward Sports Super Chat, Aura Fitness. Congrats on 100,000 subs. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for all you do. My Canes are winning. this natty. So there's that out there as well. Spenny. So that was Aura Fitness, DNC, ENT.
Yep, I got them all in there.
Let me you're cooking them.
Spin the wheel.
Got it here. Let me randomize or shuffle the entries. We got 54 entries. And how do I just spin this thing? Oh, there we go.
Big
All
money,
right.
big money.
We are spinning, and the winner is Tommy Perry. So shout out to Tommy Perry in the Super Chat. He won the Darren McCarty autograph plaque. Tommy, if you want to email Anson at Woodward Sports, we'll get your information and we'll get it shipped out to you. So shout out to Thomas Perry for putting the Super Chats in there. You won the Darren McCarty autograph plaque.
Yeah, appreciate all you guys jumping into there. Big thanks, everybody. Great show today. Shout out to Dr. Pierce. For DMAC, for KG, for Spencer Raxter, I'm Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in. Well, see you later.